Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart is always brought to you by Heidemann Associates, Western Governors University, and also now UCCU. And getting you ready for the high school football season. It's here. We made it, folks. Got through the desert, the Oasis, and now here we are in the land of milk and honey as football season is upon us this week as we're going through our top 25 preseason poll. And again, there's going to be a lot of latitude and room.
Yep.
We're so excited about football. This is one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah, look, it's always a fun time of year. Dusty's usually happy, but Fall Dusty is giddy Dusty. It's a win for all of us.
My cherub-like demeanor really perks up around this time of year.
Yeah. So anyway, look, top 25, you mentioned in the last video, not real easy to do, right?
Yep.
When you try to figure out how all this lines out. And we got some good ones, the 11 to 15. This is where we start getting serious, right? We got some, not that others aren't state title contenders, but you start to think of how all this kind of works out and
Yeah. Last year's performance, this year's projection, there are some of those ones in that 20 to 15 range or 16 range. Look, get some semifinalists in there. Teams are right there. This would be very interesting. You get in this range, this is like the meat of all the classifications kind of hitting in the one spot. So without further ado, let's jump into that. How about number 15 and a team that was as hot as any team could get down the stretch and probably this single-handedly decided of any quarterback position that was the hottest? How about Bountiful? Corbin Cottle coming back. That young man rushed for, what was it, 1,800 yards, and I swear it's 1,799 of them were in the last 4 games of the year. I mean, this is a team that's a lot of fun in Bountiful.
Yeah, you also have Owen Gilman, right? We saw him come in at the quarterback position last year as they were dealing with some of the injury of Barker and others. That young man, think he's going to be running the show there, but you talk about a program with a great history, great tradition, trying to reinstill that. That's exactly what this coaching staff has been doing. Fantastic job last year. Can't wait to see them pick it up and continue with that this year. I think Region 5 last year, we didn't quite know what to make of it. We knew Bountiful had the strong running attack, and then kind of after that, it felt like there were a lot of teams kind of at the same spot, and we'll see if that is the same this year. But I expect this Bountiful team to continue to grow that program and get back to being that perennial contender in 5A. Yeah,
it'll be very interesting to watch where all those other teams are because there's another team that'd be in another video. We'll talk about that, make a little run there. Yeah. Bountiful was just spectacular last year. All right, from Bountiful, how about a team that had the play of the year? The runner-up in the 5A classification, the Springville Red Devils. No Coach Willie Child, but Ryder Burton. Is there anybody that's gotten a little bit hotter on the recruiting trail than Ryder Burton this summer?
I mean, look, if there's a thrill that has D1 scholarship written on, apparently that's it. Huh? Ryder Burton, offered by BYU. Congratulations. Fantastic for him. And you talk about the returners. Dede is back. Coach Valetti, new head man there, was on staff previously. You talk about Coach Child walking away from Springville, and Coach Dave Valetti now the head man in a program. Again, we talk about tradition, how long they've dominated that Region 8, Region 9 now. Look, I think that region is going to be wide open. We talked a little bit about Spanish Fork. There's some other teams there that can contend. Talk about some of the losses of Springville. They're going to miss Rigtrup, right?
Yep.
Did everything. Cole Clement moved on as well. But when you return to quarterback, you have a good sense of familiarity, stability for a first-year coach and Coach Valetti, and it's why Springville, according to this, would be top of the region in Region 9 and a pick to make a play in a state title run.
Hey, whenever you return the battery from the play of the year, typically a good thing. And if you have a Dede on the team, they're just clutch.
It's a sign.
They're just clutch, especially when time's running down.
They're deadly in the final 10 seconds.
Absolutely. So that Minnesota blood, something about it gets it going. Springville, again, coming at number 14. How about number 13 in the team? This is kind of a projection up. This is a team that really, really good. They graduate all kinds of talent. The Weber Warriors, a 6A semifinalist. And it feels weird to say. There's a guy missing on this field, Dane. It's going to take a little bit to, we talk about Austin Turnbow. You can't replace him.
Yeah.
There's a guy that cannot be replaced at Weber.
The really sad part about it, Dusty, let's be honest. The real sad part is it took us 5 years to get his name. And once we finally understood how to say Cannon DeVries,
and then he's gone.
Then he's gone.
Then he goes on a mission.
Yeah.
Gets an award on his way out, but
Gonna be weird. Gonna be weird. You talk about DeVries moving on. Certainly that's going to be a big hole, right? I mean, you good luck filling that. It's been years that he's been a big-time contributor there. Lindsay's graduated as well. Moa graduated. Payne graduated. Remember Logan Payne? Great year last year. But this program, again, that stability of what has been built at Weber, this is going to be another competitive year for them. Talk about Aiden Carter. We saw him come in last year, filling in for Lindsay as he was dealing with injuries. This is still going to be a really strong really strong program out of Region 1. We're not picking them to finish at the bottom of the region anymore, right? This is a Region 1 contender.
Well, we started. That's what it was.
That's what it was. This is a Region 1 contender. We have them still in the top 15. That staff well established, culture there, returning a quarterback with experience. It's going to be a good year for Weaver.
And another good piece of news for all of us, we can still hop on the Payne train. Because it's Tyler Payne taking over for brother Logan Payne. Yeah, through the whole lineage of Matt and Mitch Payne. This is Matt Payne's now second oldest son. I believe that number is in there. But is the younger, just a sophomore. So we got 3 more years of another Payne. So it can be a lot of fun to see that one. All right, from Weber, let's go to number 12. And if there's a team, if like, you know what? We talk about runway for East. This team always likes getting a little bit of runway. How about the Orem Golden Tigers coming in at number 12?
Look, this is where they like to be. And I don't know when I'm going to hear it for that one. Right. But you think about this team and what they've dealt with the last couple of years, regular season records, underslotted in a postseason, and make a run, right? And it's always been in this 11-12 spot. So we're just doing the work early here, right? We just got them in the 12. We're just going to spoil the ending for everyone.
We're projecting the RPI ranking going into your semifinal run.
So just get used to it, and they'll still make it to Rice Echo. That's just what Orem does. Look, you talk about graduating talent. Hickson gone, Ayu gone. There's some big names, some big-time contributors over the years moving on. But you got Lance Reynolds III coming back, right? Salia Paga coming back. Hickson coming back. This is still Orem. And it's still been one of the best programs in their respective classification, be it 4A or 5A, over the last half dozen years. And that's not going to change in 22.
No. And guess what? They're going to have a very good defensive front. They're going to have a very good defensive line. And LR3, as I'm now calling him, you're now dubbed LR3. I think he's in a very good year. Remember last year going a little bit interchanging, trying to figure out where they're going to go. Know who the guy is. Here you go. You got the keys to the car for the next 2 years. This is going to be a very interesting turn as Lance Reynolds Jr., the offensive coordinator, going to have to help he get things figured out with Coach Sewell.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
It will be.
Well, that region's always fun.
I'll tell you, I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah.
LR3, you got a fan in me.
Yeah. Yep. We're projecting it. Yeah, see? Projecting it. We're projecting it. What if you can punt too, like your old college quarterback did?
Yeah, that's Leon Jackson.
I know. That's where I got it from. I'm not going to lie. All right. Mall of Fun and Games. How about one more? Let's go number 11, our last one in this video. And a team that I'm really excited to see where they go this year. It was kind of an interesting run in the state tournament. How about Park City? Tabarachi gone? Not really. Little brother going to step up and get things going. But Coach Montzigo, he has picked up and he's built a very consistent program at PC.
Yeah, and it might be a different Tabarachi, but the impact is the same. Look, it's going to be another fantastic year. I thought this was interesting. I was reading the preview, or a preview that was put out there. It called the offense an air raid. Like, well, that might be interesting to see if that's going to be the case at Park City. Chase Byer returning as well for Park City football back this year. McCurdy as well. This is an offense, returns a lot of contributors from last year. What we've come to know from them over the year, they get stronger as the year goes on. Expect that again. And when you think about East in that Region 6, Park City in that Region 6. We talked about Brighton a little bit. There's a lot of returning talent. Expect Region 6 to be an absolute barn burner this year. There's going to be some great games.
Skyline's going to be solid too, and so Olympus.
Yep. So it's going to be a fun year in Region 6. Park City, with the offense they have, the quality of play. Tabarachi's, now Big Ten offers, right? And, in a year, Big Ten offers.
We'll see.
But look, this is a legit Park City team, and just outside of our top 10, right there.
Air raid in red and black. It's kind of right. It kind of fits, right? Very interesting as well. All right, there's our next 5. Again, we got the top 10 coming up in our other videos. Go check out the other ones. We get you ready for the high school football season. Going to be an absolute blast. Remember, at KSL Sports Rewind, we've got a minimum of 4 games a week. We've got the Red Zone on KSLSports.com, and now on 97.5 and 1280 The Zone.
That way you can listen to it while you're at another game.
Exactly. Hey, the great Vince Scully left, and they talk about transistor radios. If I can help put you to sleep, by all means, Jeff Hansen going to be joining me as well, the co-host of the Red Zone. Going to have a blast, and not to mention GNL's Game of the Week with JJ and Sly. Look, no one does high school sports like KSLSports.com, your digital home for high school championships. For Dane, Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching our top 25 plus 5 videos here on KSLSports.com.